as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Mayfield on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep to return is Cyrus Jones. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Ravens.
What you smoking over there, buddy? Miss USA.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, here we go.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
This is taken at the 18. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Leopard, Leopard.
Mayfield now on second down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Zadarius Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think he got
I know
that.
that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, Mayfield. An open receiver, that's David Njoku. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Get this ball
So how
back,
about
man.
that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Mayfield again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And again, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So Darius Smith in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2.
Don't get him.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darius Smith bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Collins. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
You gotta punch this in, guys.
On second down, Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go now.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Oh, yeah.
And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss. Threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game, because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44, that's nothing for him.
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There you go.
You don't like the McCourty thing, though, do you?
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Here we go now.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
What the fuck? These niggas doing that? That's not the defense I call, man.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Over.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go now. 3:19.
And again, it's Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson down. Operating from the gun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Finding room. And he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So for 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. He can't hang on.
Brown ain't no good one.
Catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They begin this drive with Chubb. Oh, he slipped right by him. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Green, 39.
They run again on first down, Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To throw, Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
This is Geedy.
Mayfield looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
This is Geedy.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go now. Green.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
No, it wasn't. Sack and sack. Hack and sack. It's not on the play sheet. It is not.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, we got 4 down. Gone.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Mayfield to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Mayfield on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Shoves him away. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And the Ravens taking the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
If you're
well,
a
it's
fan
okay
of
if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They go again with Collins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
He's back to throw.
Oh,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Chubb, and he'll take this one down to the 36. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. He'll look to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down. And the clock will roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there yet again. My goodness, making 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to win the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a whole team. There's a lot of